Elite Custom Construction. How are we feeling?
Good. Good. How are you?
Doing well. All good. All right. So we are rolling. Welcome to Yeet Talk. No LinkedIn bullshit, no grind life, just real conversations with people about money, regrets, and what they have to sacrifice to do what they do. I'm Michael Spinelli, and today I'm sitting down with Tony Bribiesca and Josh Green from Elite Custom Construction in Wichita, Kansas area. These guys do incredible high-end construction and remodeling work. You guys ready for this?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into it. So, how did you two end up working together? Like the real story, not the LinkedIn version.
We've both been through some hard times. We've both been into all the alcohol and everything that comes with it. I guess it would have been after my mother passed away. I wasn't going back into construction. And probably for a good 6 years, I sat out of it and just decided I wasn't going to do it anymore. And something clicked. And I was like, you know what, this is my calling and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I got back into it and started growing the company. Josh eventually got himself together and we just started doing it to it.
Yeah, I was the number one scrap guy, when I was working for my dad and Tony when I was a kid. I used to pick up all the scraps, so why not bring the best scrap guy back into the picture here, right?
Oh, well, if we're gonna go there, yeah, I started probably when I was about 16 or 17 laying carpet with my uncle, which is his dad. And it just went on from there. I laid carpet, tile, hardwood flooring for years and years and years. And finally met up with some guys that were in construction and heard what those guys make. And, I tell you what, my heart goes out to all those guys in flooring. But that just, you work your ass off to not make, hardly anything.
Well, those knee kickers are not fun.
No, they are not. And I kicked carpet for 20 years. So, yeah.
Yep. Not everyone has a stretcher. And they say, hey, get in that corner, and about 5 or 10 kicks, and you're like, this sucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
true that.
Yeah.
I'm sure the first year or two when you guys got started, what's a number that you hit back then that you thought, oh, man, if we just got there, it would just change everything, but it didn't?
Oh, what would you say?
Probably the 100K mark.
Yeah, probably the 100,000 mark, probably.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, if only 100, we'd be so rich.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the crazy part in doing construction is once you hit that mark, it's just, all of a sudden that 100,000, that's nothing. Now you want to hit 200,000 and 300,000. But then when I say that, it's because once you hit that $100,000 mark, now your business has grown so much that your marketing, your advertising, your logos, t-shirts, hats, all the stuff that goes with that, getting trucks logoed out and all that, it just continually grows. And before you know it, you have to make more money in order to stay in business.
Well, you were just talking about the dump truck that you guys have, right? Yeah. But the dump truck you guys were just telling me about, the trailer, you didn't have that when you started.
Oh, no, we didn't have, we didn't have nothing. I got pictures of my Hummer. That's what I had. And the entire inside of it is nothing but tools, floor to ceiling. And that's what I started doing it out of, was the back of the truck. And now we've got big enclosed trailers and extended trucks and dump trailers and everything that goes along with it. But we've slowly built that up as we've worked and we've got the money. Hey, let's buy this, or hey, let's buy that.
And you'll never believe this, Mike. It's all paid off.
Yes.
Man. See? And like you said, when I cut you off a little bit ago, Josh, it's like, it feels good though to hit that milestone. When you hit that first 100K, it feels good. Talk a little more about that, Josh.
It feels like if you set goals, and these are just from books I've read, if you set
Yeah.
goals, then you give yourself something to achieve. So when you achieve
Nice.
that goal, now it's time to move on to the next goal. So as you mark them goals off on your list of achievements, it
Yep.
feels like an accolade for you as a person or as a company. Uh,
Mm.
Sobriety was an accolade for me. Uh,
Yeah.
that 100K mark with our business was an accolade. Uh, like I was telling Tony probably 3 months ago, I wanted to have everything paid off by the end of the year. It is. There's another thing that we can mark off.
Yes.
So
Congrats.
we're knocking these goals off, man. So the
I love it.
projected, goal list for 3 years or 5 years is going to be, like a piece of wood. It's going to be whittled down to where it's such a
Mm-hmm.
small goal that we got to hit in 5 years because
Right.
we've already
Right.
accomplished so much.
Baby steps, as they say.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
What's different about running a construction business now versus, when y'all first got back together after, like we discussed?
I spent years just doing it wrong. Uh, and when I say wrong, whenever you make money, it's your money. It's all your money. There's no set amount that you get paid a week. If you made $20,000, that $20,000 is yours.
Yep.
No, now the way the company is formed, it's now a legal entity. It has its own credit, and this is stuff that I've never had. I'm 53 years old. I've never had this in my life up until about the last 3 years.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
The company has its own credit. It literally stands on its own. It's got money in the bank. And I guess Josh and I are we own the company, but we work for the company.
Yeah.
We're like accredited with the Better Business Bureau.
Yes.
I mean, we got, again, those are accolades and trophies. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's stuff that you want to where you can be trusted by the customer.
5-star
Absolutely.
reviews.
Yeah, 5-star
across
reviews.
the board.
Yes. Yes. Speaking of customers, what do they sometimes expect that is just frankly impossible to deliver?
Sure.
Even as good as you guys are.
The last job we was on, for instance, this lady had to have these stairs upstairs in an attic. And we're like, man, I just don't know if it's possible. By the end of the job, she had her stairs.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
It took a while.
It took a while. Meeting customer expectations is the number one goal of our company.
Yes, I don't like to see people disappointed, and especially customers. I like you said, the expectations of the customers. I want our customers to say, those guys did it. Those guys pulled it off.
They did the impossible.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. And it's not just the impossible, but we did it and it's safe and we don't have to worry about somebody getting hurt.
Right.
Or something coming down or coming apart.
Of course. That is so important.
Yes.
Speaking of that, it sounds like, just from the way you phrase that it's okay. Customer wants safety. Then can we do it?
No, customers usually don't care about the safety. They just want you to do something. But I look at it as, when I leave that job, if there's even a hint that that's going to fail or that somebody could get hurt on it or something, then I just won't do it. And I'll just tell
Love
them,
it.
This is not how it's done. It may fail, it may not fail, but there's a chance it may fail, and I'm not going to be behind that failure.
And also, when you get to the higher levels and you start making a little more money, you can actually turn a job away like that. Whereas before, man, that was like scrap to, pay the bills or whatever. And that's got to feel good.
Yeah, and we don't get into a lot of that stuff. We recently had a customer that wanted us to build a deck, and they wanted us to cut all these corners and do all this stuff on the deck. And I just told them, I was like, dude, that's, if an inspector drives by and sees us and we don't have a permit on here, then we're going to be the ones that pay the price. Not only that, if they see us doing the work that is against code, again, that's our ass. And I'm not going to take that chance.
No, definitely not.
No.
even with all your experience, you ever feel like, you're winging it more than people think? Maybe it's like in bids, or because a lot of times, I was in construction for a while. You don't know what you're getting into until you open a wall. If it's a remodel,
That's
I mean,
true.
you got no freaking clue. So even with all your experience, it's impossible to have seen everything. How do you deal with that?
We learn every day. Every day. Once you stop learning, or once you don't have the ability to learn anymore, like you already know everything,
Yeah.
you're pretty much done. If you're not someone that is teachable, even if you've got 40 years of experience,
Hmm.
I mean, like I said, I've been doing this for 32 years. I still learn to this day. And if I don't
That's
know,
exciting.
I'm not shy. I will ask somebody.
Right.
And there's certain things, well, well firsthand. I know construction. I know how to build stuff. I don't know anything about
Hmm.
marketing. I don't know anything about computers or any of that stuff. I do know how to swing a hammer. He knows how to swing a hammer.
Yep. Yep.
If you carry that one main top item line of quality, it'll all
Yeah.
fall in place. As long as you're doing
Yeah.
quality work, it's hard to screw something up. And if you do, then you can spend the next day fixing it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
And then
that's,
you have to.
well, we get into a lot of that I mean, a lot of customers, they're like, well, this guy will do it for that. And you're way higher than that. You got
There's
to
a
be able to
reason.
compare apples to apples. What are you comparing it to? Um, we can't compete with a fly by night guy that's on the street, without a reputation, that's not accredited, that's not licensed, that's not, we can't compete with that. Uh,
No.
our prices are our prices because that's what our company deems that we have to make. We have to make money for ourselves. We have to make money for the company. We have to,
Yep.
and all that.
And all that licensing,
But
all that don't come cheap.
No,
no,
it does not.
no. But also, when you do something, you do it right, and it's that fly by night. It could break in 6 months or 12 months, and then they're having to either rip the whole thing out or do a major
Oh,
repair on it.
we see
Like,
that
forget about it.
all the time,
Yeah.
all the time. And that's, people complain about that. But that one he was just telling us about.
Well, like we've got a customer that's been with us for
10,
over
15
10 years, and
Hmm.
they found a good solid deal on some carpet and have it installed. And we said, hey, that's your choice. You're the customer. Whatever you want to choose is your choice.
Wow.
Well, Mike, it took 7 months to get the carpet installed, and it wasn't even the color that she ended up having to want.
They screwed
Oh,
it up.
so brutal.
They screwed it up 3 times, including this last time
Yeah,
that they did it. And she just settled.
she said, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
okay with a product that she didn't choose, which is upsetting to us as a company. But
Mm.
you know,
And that is the first time that that she's ever went
Damn.
with anybody else that I didn't recommend.
yeah,
Yeah. And every single closet had a seam when they could have just ran it another 3 or 4 feet and went inside.
Yeah,
Like, they're just lazy.
and that's the thing is, that a lot of people, they don't understand is that if we're bringing them on the job to do something, these are people who've already done work for us. We know
Right.
they're good. We know they stand behind their work. We've already vetted them. We already hold their insurances and all that stuff. So you don't have to worry about it. So if you want to go out and get somebody on your own, well, you don't know who they are. You don't know how good they are, if they stand behind their work or any of that stuff.
we can't
Right.
stand behind anybody that they pick up neither.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know them. It's not like a sub you've used a bunch or anything, or someone
Right.
you
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
And our subs, for the most part, our subs are the mechanicals,
Hmm.
but we know them and they do a lot of work for us, and they're
Yeah.
good at what they do.
It's
Awesome.
just like our painter. I mean, he gets a little bit higher of a price, but I guarantee you, when the job is done, I don't even need to go and look at it.
No,
I know it's done. I
It's
know it's
flawless.
done right, and it's up to customer satisfaction and my satisfaction and Tony's as
That's
well.
a beautiful thing. Yeah. That's not easy to find on the sub.
Hard to find
no,
those.
and there's so many people out there that are doing it.
Hmm.
Uh, regardless of what area of construction it is, there's so many people out there that are doing it, that people are just coming in that they don't have the experience to do these kind of jobs and just cutting everybody's throat. This guy will do it for half the price.
It'll look
Jump
like
on
half the price when it's done.
Call me when you want it fixed.
Yeah, when that cut in is a quarter inch into every single trim. Have fun with that.
Yeah. Yes.
Or your corners on your trim don't match, and you got smiles
Right
there. That's
Yep.
good stuff.
Right.
There. If you wanted
Yeah,
to-
exactly.
I could have gave you a sticker.
Yeah. And that's one of the things also that I take a lot of pride in is the guys that you're looking at right now. When you call Elite Custom Construction, you're talking to the owner of the company right here.
That's
when
it.
we show up to do the work, this guy and this guy is right there doing the work. Not a whole bunch of people you don't know. There's so many companies out there that send subcontractors over to do their work, and you will never even meet the owner of that company, let alone have a personal relationship with them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think that's
I love that.
The reason why we get a lot more of a personal connection with our customers is because it's us you answered the phone to. We're coming to do the work, and we're making sure that the final product is not only up to their specification, but we're satisfied with it.
And you don't have to jump through a bunch of hoops to get a hold of one of us.
No.
Man, I just want to sit with that for a minute because that is so powerful, and so many people crave that, and it's hard to find.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. All right, we're going to do a quick sponsor break. This show is sponsored by Yeet Websites. Yes, it's my company, which is why I made sure that white glove service comes with every package at no extra charge. Whether it's a new website, getting found on Google, or both, we'll take care of you. Check out our case studies at yeetwebsites.com. All right, let's keep going, guys. What keeps you up at night, even though you sure look like you have it together?
Nothing. I'm in bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah. I'm the I guess the worrywart of the company, because I'm always looking at the money, the jobs. I mean, and there's nights that I'll lose sleep because I got to keep track of all the financials of the company. I got to keep track of all the taxes, all the credit cards, all the billing, all that stuff. And I've constantly got numbers going through my head. And I'm the type of guy that if somebody does something for us, you're not waiting for your money. If anybody's waiting for their money, it'll be us. You'll get a check as soon as you're done with the job. So I always have to make sure that all that money is there, regardless. Yeah. Even if we have to float the whole job, you're going to get paid even if we got to wait for the money.
Subs love hearing that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's one of the things that with the subs that we do use for specific things is they know as soon as that job is done and we walk it and say it looks good and the customer's happy, boom, there you go.
Yeah, paid.
Thank you, paid.
Love. That's respect.
Well. That's what keeps them coming back,
right? Yes. No, you got it for quality work. Before you guys got into construction, what did you think you wanted to be, or what did you dream about being?
I've always dreamed about being an attorney because I'm very good at arguing.
Yes, you are. Not in a bad way.
I was saying, Mike, you know firsthand.
Not in a bad way, brother. Yeah, not in a bad way. What about you, Josh?
I was in aircraft for 18 years. And I was a certified master machinist. I was going to go into programming and this and that. And dude, going in every day, pushing a button and standing around for 8 hours, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. It pays great, but the bore and my ADD and all my ADHD, I can't stand there and just look at a wall.
You and me both.
No, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And it's the finished product of giving a customer satisfaction. Mm-hmm. Just like an aircraft, when you make aircraft parts, you make them right because people's lives are in jeopardy. Well, when we do a job, the customer satisfaction is in our hands. So the finished product of seeing a customer smile or be like, wow, that's exactly what I wanted, or wow, that's even better than I wanted. It
Yeah.
makes me happy inside to know that I've
Well,
accomplished somebody's dreams.
also, like if you build this stunning deck for someone and you know that every single 4th of July, every holiday they're out there with their friends and family, just maybe they got the tiki torches going, that's happening, and all because of what you guys do.
Yeah, true.
And that's another thing on a lot of the stuff that we do. We every now and then we'll run into customers that say, well, we'll do the painting. Well, hold on now. You're going to do the painting. So we're going to come in and do an awesome bang up job in here. And then you're going to paint it. And so when you're
Wreck it.
like shit, and your friends all come over here and they go, wow,
Absolutely wreck it.
And you tell them Elite Custom Construction.
Right.
Underneath that paint, we did an amazing job, and you made the job look like shit. So now we look like shit. So I'm very, very, I press my customers towards. We're going to do it all, and it's going to look dynamite when you get done. I mean, if you can't afford, the remodel, or you think you're going to save some money by saving $400 on the paint, think again, because you don't do this all the time.
It's not as easy as it looks, people.
No. And when you look up at their ceiling where it's cut in and it's all jagged and all that stuff, and whoo.
Yep. Wow, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
What has this business cost you guys? In a way, sometimes it's relationships. It could be health, hobbies. We talked a little bit about how it saved you, but what does it cost you?
My back.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth, brother?
I mean, it's one of them things though, man. If you put the blood, sweat, and tears into it, then, by the time I'm 65, 70 years old, I hope it can be a generation business, being that it's a family business. Eventually it'll be handed down to me. Eventually, all things considered, it'll be handed down to my son, and maybe he can maybe it can be something that's carried on for 40 years after I'm dead and gone. Tony's dead and gone. Mm-hmm. This is still rolling out there.
Well, the name's perfect, Elite Custom Construction. So it makes sense. Our episode just prior to this was Thrin's Auto Parts in Hamburg, Pennsylvania, and they've been around since 1937. And it's same thing, family business.
Yeah.
So that's you guys.
Yes.
90 years later, they're going to be talking about Elite Custom Construction, but it's not going to be you two.
No.
Your kids or your kids' kids.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I could see that, because it starts with a premise, and your premise is excellence and customer service and all that you guys stand for. Speak a little bit about that.
Just like I was saying, just providing somebody with excellence. Take it like this, for instance, like you go out for a steak dinner. What are you seeking when you go to get steak? The best, right?
Ribeye, medium rare. Yeah.
You want the best. That's what I want to be, the provider of that. You want a remodel done? I want you to be like, oh, well, man, hey, you can call these guys. I guarantee you it'll be done. It'll be done right. And it'll look dynamite when it's done.
Yes. And I kind of live by a motto of don't do anything in anybody else's house that you wouldn't do in your own. Yeah. Now take that with a grain of salt, because I know some people that are just
they've got some interesting taste.
They're just hoarders and their house is trashed out and all that stuff.
Right.
Mine's not. I'm very clean. I got a lot of custom everything that I've built in my house, and I extend that to the homeowners. If I make something look bad, it's going to make us look bad. And I'm not about to make us look bad in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
There's no hurry. There is no hurry with the work, the quality we do. It's not a hurry deal. Like, oh man, we'll get in here, we'll bang this bathroom out in a week for you guys. Customers don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
We might be here for a month or two, but I guarantee you it's going to look like a gym when it's done.
And I tell every single customer, I'll take slow and right any day over fast and wrong.
Yeah.
Anybody can come in here and bang this out real quick, but what's it going to look like?
Crooked.
Yeah.
Crooked and it's going to fall apart.
Yeah. You can't tell you how many siding people's houses we went to with their siding. And literally they make gauges so that all your siding is spaced evenly. And there ain't a piece of siding on that house that is spaced the same.
Or straight.
Or level or true or anything.
Yep. I put hardy plank up on a shed that I built in the back, and it was like a green little spacer dude. I think it was like 3/8 inch. I forget gap or whatnot.
3/16.
But you're 3/16. Thank you. And you're right. You got 2 of those suckers, and it lays the plank on there, and boom, you're done. It's like $45, $50, and you got the right tool, but they're doing it harder because you got to hold that thing up and try to nail it. It's like you guys come across that all the time, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, and then when we see siding and it's all butted up into the sides, and there's no gap there, because that caulk needs to go down in those gaps, not just be on the surface. It just, whenever they're putting lap siding on there, and they don't have flashing behind it, so that if the water gets behind it, it kicks it out and over. When you do hardy board, in between the gaps on the siding, underneath it, there's supposed to be a piece of flashing under there that comes up and over your next run. So the water gets back there, it just runs out and over your hardy backer.
I got mine in there. I swear.
Oh, you got yours in there? Okay, I was going to say,
yes, sir.
Never seen any siding that they actually did it the right way. And that's factory spec. That's what it calls for at the factory. So if there's ever any warranty issues and they come out and pull a piece of siding, well, you didn't have this and this done, your warranty's void.
You're toast. Yeah, you're done.
And who pays the price? The customer.
For $10, I bought a pack of like 50 of them for like $10 or something. It's no money. It's just knowing what the heck it is that you got to do.
Yep, just exactly right.
Incredible. Has what you guys love about the work changed over time?
No, not for me.
I was going to say not for me. I mean, I love the creating. I don't know.
Right.
I like the end result. The customer, when they come in and they're just, tickled pink with what you've done, is just like, when the job's done, we move on down the line. I can always look back and have a memory of how happy this person was when they came into their bathroom. We got a customer that we put in a walk-in tub. And I could go over there right now and say, Nancy, I'm gonna sleep on your couch for an hour. Then I'll be out, and she'd say, you can stay a week if you want.
Oh, definitely.
Wow. She's a gem. She's a really, really, really sweet lady.
Yes.
And we developed, a bond with her, and she's one of those customers again that will never use anybody else.
Man, that feels good.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys could go back in time when you started together 3 years ago and tell yourself something about your business, what would you say that could have maybe helped you project even further?
Knowing the numbers, maybe.
Yeah, probably knowing the numbers, because I've never that stuff was never important to me. Way back when I started doing construction and everything. And I didn't realize any of that stuff until just, the last 3 or 4 years. And that is, you got to know your numbers. You got to know your numbers, what you need to make a day, an hour, a week, how much all your bills are a month. I got to make this amount of money a month, and that breaks even. You got to know the numbers on everything. And I never looked at that ever in my life up until 3 or 4 years ago.
Would you say, Tony, that there would ever be a number where you're not obsessive over looking at the numbers like you are now?
What now?
Would you say there would ever be a time where, because right now you're all about the numbers, almost obsessively. where would you need to get to where, you know what, I don't have to look all the time
Never.
to make sure.
I'm a worrywart by nature.
Yep.
If
I
we
was
made $10 million,
I was thinking
a year,
so.
I would want to. I would want to look at everything. A good friend of mine actually works. I don't know if you have ever heard of Phil Ruffin, but this guy's a major, probably billionaire.
Yeah.
And he flies in once a month, and he will sit down at this old little crappy desk and go over every single number in his company, and has brought it to her attention before. Hey, what's this $10 for? You're a billionaire and you're worried about $10. And that's the type of guy that I am. I'm always going to look at the numbers because I have to know. Now I've disciplined myself. I got to know where everything's at, what the money is going to, and it's tough. Again, you can attest to that, like doing marketing and all that. For me to physically see it, there's a difference between paying something and you don't really see something. Kind of like when I buy my truck. It's my truck. I'm paying for it. I can see it. When I own it, it's mine. I can touch it. I can grab it. If I can't see it, then my mind starts going, well, what's going on? What? And that's probably one of my downfalls, is because I guess, what would that be called?
I don't know, but I have a good sense that
over analyzing stuff.
I kind of help him bring it down at times, because he'll call me and we'll be on the phone for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then when we get off the phone, he'll be, man, I feel better. You do?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Well, I think you got a good deal in this whole stress department, Josh, because he's worrying and you're in bed by 9. So that's pretty sweet. And then you calm him down. So you guys work well together.
There'll be times where I'll be up till 10:30, 11 o'clock working on a bid.
Right.
So I'll be in bed and I'm like, this is driving me crazy. But that's what it comes down to. When it comes to the bids, I spend a lot of time putting those together so that when we do present to a customer, they're in a professional fashion. They're organized. They're to the T. So I try to eliminate any questions the customer might have. It's all right there. Now, if you do have a question, we're here to answer that.
And we don't have the staff to do all that stuff. A lot of these bigger companies, they got staffing to do all that stuff. So not only are we working all day, busting our ass out there, making your dreams come true. When we get done, we get to go look at other jobs. And then we go look at those jobs. Then we got to put all those estimates together and go through all the numbers and all that. And still go to work the next day doing all this stuff, swinging a hammer and doing all that. So, when we say we put in the time, we put in the time. There's a big difference between somebody that does what we do and somebody that just sits behind the desk, counts numbers while everybody else is doing it for him. And most of those people don't even work for him. They're just subcontractors.
Yeah. Is that one of the things, this dual role between doing the work and doing all the bidding? Is that one of the things that, you sit up and you're like, man, I don't know if I can keep doing this? Or is that part of it that you love?
I hate paperwork. I cannot stand paperwork at all.
I can understand that.
I would much rather be building or swinging a hammer. I don't know.
I'm like, if I do it long enough, and I keep busting my ass and doing it, one of these days I'm not going to have to do it. I'm going to pay somebody to keep that organized. And even at that point in time, it still won't be somebody coming in and doing our jobs. I'll just have somebody that handles the paperwork. I'll still be out there doing the work.
Yeah, there won't. We'll never be a subcontract company. Anybody that's with us is going to be an actual employee of this company. So he was taught by me. They'll be taught by him, and so on and so on and so on. So we know that whoever's in there is going to do it exactly like how we want it done.
So there's nothing that could change that someone else would run the company. It's always going to be you guys.
Yeah. That would, and again, that goes into a huge deal with me. Not only being a worrywart, I'm a very non-trusting person, very non-trusting. So, and for me to give my books and all this stuff over to somebody, it would have to be a family member.
Yeah.
And it would have to be somebody that I impeccably trust in order to do it. Because right now it's him and I, and he's got access to anything and everything in the company. Giving that kind of control over to somebody that's a huge thing. Huge.
And you're right to be untrustful. You got to be careful.
There's too many people out here, regardless if it's family or whatever, that they don't understand that there can't be, in the beginning of a company, it just can't be full of chiefs. I didn't start at the top, still ain't at the top. And everybody has to work within the means of the company to get it to where it needs to be.
That's right.
If you can't structure it like that, then the company's never going to go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. What feedback have you guys gotten at some point? Because no one's perfect.
Nope.
That was hard to hear, but it was right.
Man, I don't think we've ever got. I have never, since I've been putting this show on with Tony for the past 2-3 years. Every damn customer we got is always thrilled.
Dude,
I
that's
haven't
awesome.
yet to hear any derogatory feedback from one.
Yeah.
Really, I haven't.
I literally, I can't. Yeah, I can't think of a single customer that would have something bad to say about us.
Well, that would make sense. I mean, if you're looking at 30 years experience, that all happened pre-Elite Custom Construction.
Yes. Now there has been stuff back when I was flooring installer and all that stuff.
100.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's back in my younger days. I mean,
before Elite, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I was power stretching the living room and blew a lady's fridge doors out one time.
Yeah.
About
right?
She was
yeah.
Yeah, I set an iron down in the middle of a Berber living room, and my uncle was seaming a piece of carpet or trying to seam a piece of carpet, and the tray for the iron was over by him, and he said, "Where's the iron at?" And I went around the house, and it's laying literally with no tray under it, right on the Berber, melted the Berber, and he had to fix it. That was the day I got sent to the truck.
Right?
That used to be the thing. Go sit in the truck.
You were lucky to have your job still.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, coming up, there's even with not necessarily with Elite, because I already kind of knew what I was doing by the time I got to that point. But when I was doing construction and just started out doing it, yeah. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that I messed up, but the difference between what I messed up and what somebody else would mess up is I didn't try to hide it. Yeah. I did everything that I could to call somebody to find out, okay, well, this is what I did. This is what's wrong. How do I fix it? And then I fixed it, not at the customer's expense, at my expense. But I walked out of that job, everybody's job, and it was done right. Done.
That's right. Even if you lose 20% or whatever, it doesn't matter.
I lose everything on the job. That customer will not be unhappy with us when we walk out.
And I've been in situations, man, and I'll tell you, it's hard to go to Tony sometimes and be like, "Hey, man,
I screwed up, bro."
Yeah, we're gonna have to fix this.
Yep. And the tile's $5 a piece.
Yeah, and like back when you were a kid, if you were out, tore something up at mom's, the last thing you want to do is go face the wrath. But over the years, being able to go, I can't remember. I think it was a seam or something. One time we was laying carpet, and dude, I butchered it. I had to go, Tony, kind of messed us up here. What are we going to do about this? Well, we're going to fix it.
Yep.
That's plain and simple. I mean,
rather than trying to fix it myself, while he's gone or off doing something here, maybe I can fix it real quick while he's gone. No,
Yeah,
let's
it
just
ain't
go
getting
to
no
the
turnout.
stores, ask him so we can fix it right, and I don't fuck it up twice.
And you might as well
Exactly.
tell me, because when I walk on the job,
You're gonna know.
I'll find it. I guarantee it, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for things that normal people aren't looking for.
Yeah.
I will find
Right.
it. I will find any run. I will find any drip, anything, anywhere, and go,
Hmm.
are you going to fix that? You going to take care of that? Hey, you forgot something up there. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And if they don't fix it, I'll fix it.
Wow. You guys are known for showing up early, staying late, never cutting corners. We'll get in there and bust ass for you. Is that sustainable or does it take a toll?
It's sustainable
Yeah.
up till about Thursday.
Yeah, right?
Once it gets closer into the
Yeah.
weekend, that's like, keep going, keep going. We only got about 8 hours of this left.
Yeah.
Then you hit Saturday and you're like, roller coaster's over for a week. It's time to relax.
Well, and as the years have gone by, I mean, because like you just said, I used to, back in the day, it doesn't matter whether your whole family was home or you were home or whatever. We'd work 7 days a week from sun up to sundown, whatever. And then I just got to the point where, after 5 o'clock is family time. These people are coming home from work, their kids are getting home from school and all that. They don't need a bunch of hammers and drills and everything going while they're trying to have family time. So I'm to a point now in my life where about 4:30, 4:45, wrap it up, because people are getting home, and we're not going to be here banging on stuff while they're trying to eat dinner and all that.
It's good for you guys too.
Yeah.
More sustainable.
Yes, that is a way more sustainable.
Mm-hmm. So obviously you guys see this thing growing in the next 5 years. Are you thinking do you think in numbers like, oh, we're going to double our revenue? Or do you think in the type of jobs we're going to get into, elite stairs, or how do you think about your growth?
I used to dwell on the numbers as far as I got to make more money. I got to make more money. Got to make more money. I don't anymore. The money's going to come if you're doing a good job. I'm not looking to get rich. If it happens, it happens. But I don't dwell on that. Like, we're going to be millionaires or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I look more like the quality. That people bring that up all the time about, well, how much money are you making or this and that. I'm going to make money. I mean, that's just me. I've done that my whole life. I'm going to continue to make that. I look at customer satisfaction. That's key to me. We've probably doubled or tripled the company in as many years. And that's not dwelling on money. That's just work coming in. So like I said, I focus on the bills and all that's going out. I don't focus on how much money I'm going to make. It's just, it used to be me. It's just not me anymore.
Love it. Tony, Josh, thank you for not giving me the bullshit LinkedIn answers. Before we wrap up, what do you want people to remember about Elite Custom Construction?
That's a good one.
That is a good one. I'd say quality, but also caringness. Like, I'm here to meet your demands, basically. So if I can do that, we're all going to be happy, I feel. Because not only is the customer going to be happy, but, so am I when I get to go buy a new drill.
Yeah. I think I would.
Yep.
It would be what they would remember. Our honesty.
Yeah, true.
That we are a no-nonsense company. If you want to talk about two straight shooters, those guys right there. Guys that are not going to bullshit you, that's going to tell you honestly what's going on, and are going to tell you and do the right thing on your job, not just look at the dollar amount. Again, we had another customer that this guy, the company she had come in to look at her boiler, did not take a part off of her boiler. Nothing. Looked at it and told her, you're probably looking at 25 or 30,000. You're going to need a new boiler. And she called me upset. And sure. I told her, I said, now hold on. I said, whoa, hold on. Let me get my people in there. And then I called my guys, and they went over there and fixed that thing for, little or nothing. So that's the thing. So because the homeowner doesn't know any difference, if she didn't have a guy like me to say, hold on, it would have cost her $25,000 or $30,000 because she just didn't know any better.
And that kind of customer, she probably would have gladly wrote the check had she not known.
Oh, yes.
Right.
But, I'm not about the sale. I'm about, I'm going to do a fair day, a fair day's labor for a fair day's wages.
Yes. Wow. Thank you so much, guys. This has been Yeet Talk, where people get honest. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
No problem. Thank you for having us.
Thanks, Mike.